Good day to you. My name is Muhammad Shamil Manuel, and I'm presenting a case study on supporting learners with barriers to learning. Today, I will focus on Ahmad, a grade 6 learner at Darul Islam Primary School, and the strategies used to support him through the school based support team framework. Ahmed is an 11-year-old grade 6 learner. He is friendly, cooperative, and enjoys practical learning activities. Despite these strengths, he faces challenges with literacy and maintaining focus during class tasks. Understanding his profile helps us tailor intervention to make his unique needs. Baseline assessments showed that Ahmad's reading comprehension is slightly below grade level and he struggles with written expression. Observation indicates that he requires frequent prompts to stay on task and sometimes experience frustration or anxiety during difficult tasks. This baseline data guided our intervention planning. Ahmad's barriers to learning are primarily a specific learning difficulty in literacy, along with attention regulating challenges. Evidence includes a below grade performance and also the need for repeated instructions and signs of an anxiety when faced with complex tasks. So, in the classroom, several strategies were actually implemented. Um, I'm actually going to mention them. So, we had differentiated instructions providing simplified texts and reading. That was the first one. The second was visual support, such as charts and graphic organizers. Thirdly, we had task chunking, breaking assignments into smaller steps. And fourthly, we had positive reinforcements to encourage engagements and obviously the completion of it. And then also these strategies helped, which is the last one, these strategies actually helped Ahmed access the curriculum effectively. So those were the things that we obviously did in classroom. So, like the areas where Ahmed struggles and where actually requires support as well. So, additional support included guided reading sessions, also one-on-one writing exercises, also focus building activities, and then of course at home. At home, the parents were encouraged to support him daily by reading, practicing short writing tasks, as well as maintain a structured routine. And that is very important to have a structured, routine, which means he's obviously got to do it every single day. And then collaborating, or there was collaboration between the school and the home as well with his parents. And that obviously helped with these, his strength of the learning, the strengths of, at the end of the day, the outcome of it as well. Then we have, what recommendation, the referral of CS and the suggestion of intervention in classroom strategies and support plans. So, despite intervention, Ahmed may benefit from a formal referral to a learning support specialist. And according to CS Section 2, Persistent difficulties in literacy warrant further assessment, while continued classroom and home support remains essential. That is of utmost importance. There has to be that classroom and home support, or school and home support. This ensures a comprehensive approach to addressing barriers. So implementation, an implementation plan, like a step-by-step plan for teachers and support staff, that can obviously help, not just Ahmed, but obviously any learner with barriers as well. So throughout the supporting, or through supporting Ahmed, I learned that importance of early identification and tailored intervention. That is of utmost importance as well. So inclusive teaching requires collaboration with your colleagues, the other teachers, parents, which is obviously very, very, very important. You need to be in contact with the parent. In cases like these, and what my experience is, there are parents who really, really are interested in their child, would try and be in contact with the teacher, with us as teachers, etc. And then, of course, specialists. I remember a couple of years ago, I had to sit with, I was actually called by a specialist, also with a learner with barriers, and it actually it helped the learner, and also it helped the specialist in an understanding how the learner is at school. Patience, you have to have consistency. There has to be consistency, and also adapting strategies to individual learners, enhance engagement and self-confidence. That is, again, of utmost importance. In conclusion, the key takeaways summary of finding and recommendation, and what is the next step for Ahmed. So the key takeaways for Ahmed's case study includes early identification of learning barriers is critical. Differentiated instructions and visual support improves the accessibility. Then collaboration and reflection strengthens the teaching practice or practices. And then lastly, supporting learners is a continuous adaptive process. It is a continuous, and I'll repeat this again, it is a continuous adaptive process. Last but not least, my references. So the references include the Department of Basic Education guidelines, the CS framework, and the research on inclusive pedagogy. I would like to acknowledge the support of Darul Islam Primary School and colleagues who contributed to Ahmad's learning journey, and I wish to say thank you for your attention.